Hey y'all. What up? What up? What up? What up? Chevman77 here, checking back in with another one of those Does It Hold Up videos. I really enjoy doing this, so if people don't like it, they just don't like it. But I like doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it. So today, if you look, we got a stack of them. And down here, I got a stack that goes up this high. So I'm going to still keep doing it. And you know, not videos, but the albums that I have in nobody's collection are any of these albums going to be worth probably any money because they're scratched. They're not in perfect order. If you look right here, all my deals or whatever, but I like listening to them on my Sundays and whenever I have a day off. I'll grab a stack like this and just listen to them on my little record player that is not that cool. I got it at a thrift store, fixed it, got it working, and I like doing it. But anyway, check this. So today we're going to run a gambit. And our gambit we're going to run today is, if you look at that, if you can read it, that's Master P. So we're going to go from Master P, which is what would be classified as gangster rap. I guess you could define that as gangster rap. We're going to go from that all the way through to some stuff that you would never think that I would have in my collection, but I do, because I enjoy music, especially if to me it's good music. And I like seeing if maybe I like finding out if music is good or if it's bad. I like it. And I keep it if it's bad, and I keep it if it's good. I don't care. But anyway, we're going to start off with Does It Hold Up? And these are all my opinions. Somebody out there will have the same opinions that I have. Most won't. But right here we got Master P, Ice Cream Man. If you can see on the bottom right here, parental advisory, explicit content. They talk about a lot of crazy stuff on here. This came out on Def Jam, Priority Records, Virgin, and Interscope, whatever that means. This is the Ice Cream Man. This is one of my favorite albums, CDs, tapes, records of all time. I love this album. So before we even go through it at all, I'll just say straight up, for me, it holds up. And it holds up beyond anything else. Not beyond anything else, but it holds up. It's one of my favorites of all time. Whenever I listen to this, it takes me back to my teenage years, when my mom wouldn't let me listen to this type of music, and I had to sneak and actually have the music down all the way on one in my ear up to the speaker to actually listen to it. So anyway, this is No Limit. It's a double disc album. So wait, I'm saying double disc, but it's a double record album. Right here it came out on Priority. Let me see when this thing came out. 1996. 1996 is when this came out. I'll just go through the best ones on here, and for this, Does It Hold Up? I'm just gonna do the best songs on there that I know about. Mr. Ice Cream Man, that's a good one. Time for a 187. Half on a Bag of Dank. Breaking them off something. Let me see. Time to Check My Crack House. That was a good one. Bout It, Part 2. Break 'em Off something. That's another something. Actually, Back Up Off of Me. I'm sorry. Killer P. That P. There's more letters behind that. It has something to do with a woman's private parts. And My Ghetto Heroes. That's actually probably, if you're looking for a meaningful rap song, that's probably the most meaningful rap song on this whole album. But anyway, Master P, the album, Mr. Ice Cream Man, it's a bad boy. Love it. It holds up for me. If you don't like rap, don't even worry about it. All right, now moving on. I told you we're going to go on a journey today. So moving on. Joe Tex, Soul Country. So Joe Tex is a legendary soul singer. Legendary soul singer. But in those days, a lot of the guys, Joe Tex, they're Little Milton, he's a blues singer. What is his other name? Ray Charles. A lot of the soul artists did, if not just one, multiple country mixed with soul albums. And you think to yourself, that doesn't sound like it's worth anything. But truthfully, soul and country is so close and it comes from the same place to where it mixes quite well. The question is, who's the artist and how did they try or did they not try? On this album, Joe Tex, which came out on Atlantic Dial Record series, and there's actually a couple of these. Some the other one has other songs and more songs on it. But anyway, let's run down this. Joe Tex, Soul Country. I'll Never Do You Wrong, Ode to Billy Joe, The Dark End of the Street. There's multiple soul artists that have that song, The Dark End of the Street. Funny How Time Slips Away, Engine Number 9, that's side 1. Side 2, Skip a Rope, Green Green Grass of Home, that's a good one. Set Me Free, that's a good one. By the Time I Get to Phoenix, that's a good one. And Honey, that's a good one. If you're chilling back, just relaxing, you don't have much to do, you want something new that you really haven't heard before, Joe Tex, Soul Country, it holds up. And if it's your first time entering into this genre of music, try it. You can find it on pretty much all the music platforms. You don't have to buy the actual album. Okay, now moving on to my boy right here. That is Tyrone Davis. If you notice throughout my Does It Hold Up, Tyrone Davis, Johnny Taylor, and a few other artists are always going to pop up in there. Because I love them. I grew up on them. As long as I can remember, I've always been listening to Johnny Taylor and Tyrone Davis. But this Tyrone Davis album right here, this is called Tyrone Davis, Let's Be Closer Together, Baby. Do. I'm not going to quit my day job, guys. But this one's Let's Be Closer Together. This is a great album. It holds up. Done deal. Soul music. He's one of the lesser known soul artists, but his influence goes with Joe Tex and any soul artist that is anybody has been influenced by Tyrone Davis. The name of I don't know if I mentioned this came out in 77. I might have already done this on one of mine, and if I did, I apologize. Just skip through it. But this came out in 77 on CBS or Columbia. All You Got, I Just Can't Keep On Going. If That's What It Takes, In the Sand, This I Swear, great one. I Got Carried Away, by hands down the best song on this entire album, and any greatest hits, Tyrone Davis is going to have that one on there. You Need Love and Let's Be Closer Together. That's a great one. But this album, chill back, lay back, and just enjoy it. But does Tyrone Davis, Let's Be Closer Together hold up? In my book, yes, sir, it holds up. Now, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. This album right here, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, the Blue album featuring Sharon Page. I think this came out, I don't know if this came out before or after Teddy Pendergrass. We call him Teddy Pendergrass. His name is Pendergrass. But I don't know if this came out before or after Sharon Page. I don't know who came first, Sharon Page or Teddy Pendergrass. I got this album. I never listened to it until today. I just got it just to have it. Believe it or not, without Teddy Pendergrass, this is actually a dope album. It has that 70s disco, soul, funk vibe to it. It's actually pretty dope, and I really enjoyed it. I really actually enjoyed it, and I will be listening to this again. If you ever get a chance, look up the story of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and Teddy Pendergrass. Look it up. It's actually a very intriguing story, but the question is today, does Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Sharon Page hold up? Yes, this actually does. And this came out on MCA Records 1979 on MCA Records. But yes, this baby boy right here holds up. If you get a chance to buy that album or just listen to it on a streaming site, and this is on pretty much all the streaming sites too, it does hold up. That holds up. All right. Now, 90, I don't know 90, I can't put a number on this, but most of you guys are not going to actually, let me see if I can get that to where it can be. Okay. That's Latrim. Okay. Mm-hmm. Latrim is a late 80s rap group. Their most famous song is called Cars That Go Boom. Okay. I'm not going to sing it for you. I already sang one time. It was horrible. So I ain't going to do it to you more than one time. But it's that late 80s bass heavy bass, like Florida type music. I don't even know if they are from Florida. Let me see. 88 Timex Records. Grab it. I really don't know where Latrim comes from. I just know that it was bumping hard in the dudes' cars that had the little drop Nissan pickups and the Ford Escorts on Dayton's with like 215s in the back. It was bumping hard. The question is, does Latrim Cars That Go Boom, because this is basically a single. There's only 2 songs on here, side 2, Side 2 has Don't Come to My House. Side 1 has Cars That Go Boom. Does this hold up? I'm going to say it doesn't. It's something for a fun day. So if you're looking for just a fun something, the Cars That Go Boom kind of holds up, but doesn't all the way 100% hold up. But Latrim is dope, though, is the thing. Latrim is dope. They really are dope. But it holds up, but it doesn't hold up. I know that sounds weird, but you could try it. It's fun. It's fun. Now, moving on. We're still in the 80s right here. So we got UTFO. I may have already done this one. Why do I feel like I did this one? Maybe I didn't do this one. But UTFO, my light's getting all in the way. I gotta figure out how to. There we go. UTFO, Skeezer Pleaser. Now, this type of stuff came out in, let me see, what year? What year did UTFO Skeezer Pleaser come out? I think this came out in 86 or 87. Hold on, guys. And ladies. Yeah, I think I remember 86, 87. Okay. Does this hold up? You know what? I'm going to say yes, but this doesn't hold up. This holds up for me because this brings back nostalgia because I had older cousins that was this age when I was a little tyke, 10, 11 years old, that was like out there and they were cool like this. Because you may think these dudes don't look cool because it's 2024, 2025, whenever you're looking at this. But these dudes were dope. They were getting all the ladies. They was killing it. And I had cousins that was like this age in this year, and they was killing just like these dudes. Does the music hold up? Okay. I'm going to say yes, it holds up. Does UTFO have way doper albums? Yes, they do. But for a fun, nostalgic kickback, just doing something just to be doing something, it's a fun little run, man, and it brings back a lot of memories and a lot of memories. This came out on Select Records. And I do want to make sure that I say that I do not have the rights to any of these albums, or that's the reason, or I would be playing these for you. I do not have the rights or whatever to any of these albums. Now, let's move on. So, UTFO, yes, holds up. Classic. But, yes, it holds up. Houdini. Open Sesame. Here's another group of dudes that when I was a little youngster, little young cat, little young mustache. No, I wasn't a mustache. I was just a little young cat. Dudes like this was killing it. Driving cars, just killing it. But Houdini, Open Sesame. I'm going to say that Open Sesame does not hold up as well as the other Houdini albums. This Houdini album came out on Jive and Arista, and Zamba Productions. This Houdini's dope no matter what. And there are a couple of good songs on this album right here. But it's not as dope as the rest of the Houdini albums, man. Because there's some Houdini albums where they was just murdering it. Does this one hold up all the way? No, it doesn't. But like I said, I keep them. Whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, I keeps them. Does this Houdini Open Sesame hold up all the way? No. But does that mean Houdini sucks? No. Okay. But this one doesn't hold up. All right. Now we're going to move on to a monster. An absolute monster. Okay. This is the original movie soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever. If you have been alive longer than 2 weeks, you've probably heard damn near every album, every song on these 2 albums. Is this a double album? Yeah, this is a double album. Okay. You have heard damn near every song on this double album. And if you've been alive for longer than about 35, 36 years, you know, that's the Bee Gees. And you know, that guy right there is a superstar in the movies. And he used to be able to dance his ass off. I don't know why his name isn't coming to me right now. But anyway, I know that kind of sounds like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I know what I'm talking about. I've been hearing this since ever I can remember in my life. Okay. So, this came out in 1977 on RSO Records, which is a division or marketed by Polygram Records. This came out on 8-track and cassette. So it came out on record, 8-track, and cassette. So, these are all the people that are on this album. The Bee Gees. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 6 songs on this album. You got Yvonne Elliman. You got Walter Murphy. You got MFSB. I don't know who that is. Ralph McDonald. Casey and the Sunshine Band. The Tramps. Tavares. Kool and the Gang. And David Shire. Looks like he has 3 on here. But one thing about albums, this is what used to make albums so freaking cool right here. You open them up. John Travolta. That's John Travolta. But you open them up and they have all this in here, man. Oh, I could sit here and look at this so many times back in the day. And it wasn't just like this group that had them. There's double discs with double record and records with like art in it right here that basically this tells you the whole movie, because Saturday Night Fever is a movie and it's a pretty dope movie. But it tells you all this. You got all this. The question is, does Saturday Night Fever hold up? Yes, it does. Hands down, holds up. If you can listen to that somewhere, listen to it. The Bee Gees, they kicked ass. The movie kicked ass. The album kicked ass. It was just kick ass. So yes, it holds up. Now, moving on. We're about to slide into our little taste of country. We got our second half of our country influence today. So this is Hank Williams Jr. Hank Williams Jr. Greatest Hits, Volume 3. And it looks to me like he got this for Entertainer of the Year. And on that belt buckle, I see Country Music Association and the American Country Music, whatever. But this is the greatest hits of Hank Williams. You will be seeing more Hank Williams Jr., maybe some Hank Williams Sr. I'm not necessarily into Hank Williams Sr. I will bump it, but I like Jr. I like Jr. The reason why I like Jr. is because Jr.'s that's a bad boy right there. Okay? He got that song Country Boys Can't Survive. He kills it. But on this album came out on Curb Records, Warner Brother Records, and it looks like Hank had his own record label called Hank. So on the first side of this, you had I'm for Love, good one. This Ain't Dallas, good one. Ain't Misbehaving, good one. Country State of Mind, probably the best one on this whole album. Oh, My Name is Bocephus, the live version. That's a good one. Born to Boogie, good one. Young Country, Heaven Can't Be Found. Finders Are Keepers, and There's a Tear in My Beer. So he gets it done. He gets it done. Does Hank Williams Jr. Greatest Hits Volume 3, does that stand up in my collection? Sure does. Try it. So it's a good one. Try it. Let me see if I can. Wow, we're going on 26 minutes on this one. This is probably my longest video to date. Hopefully you guys watch it. Like and subscribe to me. Okay. Now, you should know who this is. And if you don't, get to know it. That's Chicago. Or some people say Chicago. Some people say it a lot of different Chicago. Some people say it a lot of different ways, but that's Chicago. Chicago has Peter Cetera in it. And I'm just saying, Peter Cetera, the Karate Kid soundtrack, I think it was Karate Kid Part 2. If you came up in my era, you know that. You know Peter Cetera. He was killing it. But Chicago. In my life, Chicago is one of the groups that had the dopest record covers and record things all together. So if you don't like them, it's good just to even just have this in your collection. This is raised up kind of like money. Okay? Like it has the feel of money on it. Okay? There's the I guess that would be the backside. But then when you open it up, look at that, man. Look at that. Look at how fresh that is. And it's like a blue tint. Has like a blue tint to it. And that's all the guys in the band. Peter Cetera, Danny Serafine, Robert Lamb, Lee Longname, Jerry Kath, Walter Parazader, James Pankow. Okay. This is a dope album all the way through. And I've listened to it now. I've listened to it. Some of the songs that are in there, Chico's Choice, Just You and Me, Darling Dear, Jenny, What's This World Coming To? That's side 1. Side 2, Something in This City Changes People, Hollywood, In Terms of Two, rediscovery and feeling stronger every day. If you find the 2002 version of this, they have a recording with Al Green, and it's Let's Stay Together with Chicago playing in the background and Al Green singing. Dope, but it's on the 2002 remastered version of this. This right here came out in 1973. So this came out in 1973. The question that you want me to go ahead and get to, and I'm going to go ahead and get to, does Chicago, and I don't know, what is the name of this album? I guess it's just Chicago. And you just say the Chicago Blue album that looks like money. I guess that's what you say. I don't know. But this album, does it hold up? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It holds up. It came out on Columbia Records. That's a doozy. Bump that. That's a doozy. And you know what? Do like we used to do with records, or like your parents used to do, or your grandparents used to do with records. Don't just try to put on like the best songs. Take a minute and just let it play all the way through. Whether it's trash or not to you, just let it play. Sometimes songs reach out and grab you. Sometimes albums reach out and grab you that you normally wouldn't listen to. So anyway, that's my edition. 31, almost 32 minute edition of Does It Hold Up? To anybody who can gut through this whole thing, thank you. Give me a like. Shoot me out to somebody to subscribe to me. Chevman77 or Chevman1977. Clocking out of here. Thank you. Does it hold up? We got more coming. Plenty more coming.